As somebody in the Adams family once said, welcome back. We're here at Salisbury High School in Allentown. Crazy Tom and JJ here with you as Lehigh Valley Storm have a 28-0 lead over the New Jersey Spartans. We're going to be starting the third quarter in just a couple of minutes. And JJ, some thoughts on the first half. Obviously a slow start, but then it's typical Storm.
The first thing that I'm going to come out and say is the New Jersey Spartans right now should not be down 28-0. Maybe 14, maybe 21, but not 28. They've really kicked themselves in the foot with a lot of mental mistakes. One being the short punt because of false start, and the other one being that third down dumb penalty. So they can hang with this Lehigh Valley Storm football team. The score should not be 28-0, and they're a good football team. So the Storm has to come out in the second half and approach it as a 0-0 game because I'm expecting some competitive football.
Well, exactly. You know the Spartans are not going to give up. They're going to get the ball to begin the second half as Bobby Eppleman is about to kick things off. Now, at least we had a halfway decent halftime in comparison, to the last couple of weeks. Eppleman approaches a tee, and the second half is underway. High and end over end, and over the head of Jaquan McCants, who says, you know what, I'll let I-81 have that. And it's a touchback, so the Spartans will start from their own 20.
Yeah, so they have to really come out and stretch the field this half. They only threw two bombs in the first half, one to Tajmir Flood, the other one to I think it was Stephen Lewis's side, and that's why this front seven is just creeping in a little by little each and every play and getting after number 13, Rashad Hector. So if they want him to not get hit every single play and want to get their offense going, I think that they have to stretch the field and throw some long balls.
Well, we kind of got caught a little unawares. I thought that Quattrell Huffman was going to play this game. Evidently, he is not here, and that's probably why Rashad Hector is starting for this Spartans club. But let's see what they bring out here as they start the second half. Of course, the Spartans had a couple nice drives, and then, of course, they got hit with penalties and turnovers and everything else, and the kitchen sink to go with that. Late substitution as Ron Gatling comes in the last second. 1st and 10. Spartans their own 20-yard line. Rashad Hector at quarterback. He will go on a broken play and fumble the football. Did he fall on it? Yes. One of the linesmen says he got down, but now looks like one of the Storm players, Sean Hill, says, no, I got it. But then the official says, The play was dead. So the Spartans end up getting the break, and they only lose one, so 2nd and 11 coming up.
Yeah, the right guard actually jumped on that play, so the whole offensive line and Spartan team just stopped, but the referee didn't call a penalty, and the Storm defense, obviously, you're taught to play to the whistle, so they forced that fumble, and luckily for the Spartan offense, they recovered it. So not the best start there on that first down, but they need to not make these mental mistakes and play football.
Everyone's got to be on the same assignment in order to get some positive yardage here. 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line as Hector takes a snap. Quick throw. The pass is caught, crossing the 20 and down to maybe the 29. Now flag down toward the end of the play. I'm not sure who caught it. It's number 12. I got that one. That was Devon Blutcher who made the grab and pushed to about a yard short of a first down. There was a flag down at the end of that play. And let's see what the officials say about this one. It is going to be a major face mask on the Storm, so add 15 more and move the chains.
Yeah, 15 more. That was a face mask. I saw it from here. I think it was number 12, Justin Thomas, that did it. And a little bit of momentum on the side right now for the Spartan defense. They have a little hop in their step, and they're looking to get on the. They are looking to get on the scoreboard.
And they're going on Storm cadence. No huddle. 1st and 10 now from the 45-yard line in the I formation. 3 wide slot left again. They will hand it off, and I think Tyrone Fitz gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The ball popped loose, but the official says, no, the play is dead.
Yeah,
so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, nothing doing there in the middle. This front seven for the Lehigh Valley Storm really are getting after it, and not much there. Another first down opportunity stopped by the Storm defense. So 2nd and 10 coming up right now, but that front seven for the Storm playing really good football tonight.
All right, 2nd and 10 now for the Spartans at their own 45-yard line. We're going to see if they can try and drive further. They've been known to get good drives together and then toward the end of drives go the wrong way. And I think we saw that one time earlier. And that's proven very costly time and time again. In order to win, you cannot do these things. 2nd and 10 for the 45. In the shotgun now is Hector. Again, 3 wide slot left. Hector the snap. He's looking. He will throw left. And it's intercepted! It is intercepted by Luther Wilson. Use the screen pass, Luther, and bring it back to the 24-yard line. Second turnover of the day. Second interception thrown by Hector. Wilson brings it back, and the Spartans turn it over again. The Storm will have it at the Spartan 24.
Number 94, Luther Wilson, making another big play, stepping in front of that. There was pressure on the quarterback. Number 13, I keep forgetting his name, Rashad Hector, and he was forced to throw that and didn't see the big guy at defensive end. Number 94 stepped right in front of that pass and almost took it back for a touchdown. Great athleticism by the defensive end, and another big play by this Storm defense. That's the theme of their team. Create turnovers and put the offense in great field position.
And they've done it again. By the way, just so you know, Pepsi is the proud sponsor of Lehigh Valley Storm football. Pepsi, live for now. See what's up and on the verge by going to Pepsi.com and feeling the real big summer of the Pepsi Pulse. Ed from Storm Central just got me this. The New York Predators now 35-26 on the Westchester Warriors. That's another MLF action. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Jimmy LeHue in the shotgun takes the snap, and a handoff is fumbled. It is fumbled. I think Ridley was the intended back. The whistle blows. The Spartans say they have it. Devon Hall is, I don't know what he's trying to do with it.
The Spartans recover.
It looks like the Spartans have recovered a football, and they did. So we give it and then take it away just like that.
Yeah, that was Raheem Ridley. Actually, he was never hit. He never got the handoff there. It was from quarterback, running back exchange problem, and right back to big play by Luther Wilson, and the big guy's right back on the field. So obviously he wanted the offense to score and make that interception more notable, but you just got to keep plugging away and doing what you do, and Storm back on the field. The Spartans really are getting their opportunities and their chances. Like you said, they do these long drives. They just need to convert.
And this is the second time in 3 weeks that it's happened when LeHue and Ridley misexchanged on the handoff. And the first time, of course, in Albany, it was returned for a touchdown. This time, I believe it was Devon Hall who fell on the football, and that's where the Spartans get it now. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. So Rashad Hector back in business following throwing his second interception of the game just a few moments ago. In the I formation, 3 wide slot left. Yes, they're monotonous formation. He calls his own number and is only able to get to about the 32. Then gets slammed down. Keenan Walls was in there, so was Chris Medina. But Hector was able to make a hectic life out of it and get a yard.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's an audible play that Hector calls if he sees something in the defense. I don't know if it's coming from the sideline, but that design quarterback quick draw that they've been running really hasn't been working too well tonight. So once again, I don't know if that's designed or a play from the sideline, but they definitely have to look to move to another play because that's not getting the job done against this the big guys up front for the Storm.
Ed in Storm Central just sent me this too. The New Jersey Longhorns, third quarter, they lead 7-0 over the Somerset Bears. So good one going on up in North Jersey. We'll keep you posted on those games as we get them. 2nd and 10 for the 31-yard line. Rashad Hector now lines up in the shotgun. Looks like Tyrone Fitz might be the single back. Actually, it's split backs. Rashad Hector throws a pass, and it is caught along the left side, and that's Jaim Diaz, who, GM Diaz, he will get around to maybe about the 32-yard line, and Carl Kreider able to make the stop, but I think it's a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, Kreider read that great play. It was that jet screen that they ran and threw outside before, which they had a big gain on. Carl Kreider said, no, not this time, and tackle for loss in the 3rd down and long attempt right now coming up for the Spartans. So the Storm, every single play, someone is stepping up and making a big play.
They certainly are. It's at the 30-yard line, so 3rd and 11 now for the Spartans. And this is a big play for them. I know it's 28-0 Storm over the Spartans, but if the Spartans are to have any life, they need to make something out of this play. Try-back formation this time. A receiver on each side. We haven't seen anything like this in a while. Here's a handoff along the left side, but only getting to about the 35-36-yard line. Not sure who had the carry that time. It was very hard to see. But I think it was Vincent Moore who was able to drive the pile and gain about 5 or maybe 6. Bolden able to make the stop. So it'll be an interesting. Oh, they're going no huddle on 4th and 6 from the 35 in the same formation in the try-back. Let's see what they do here. Whoops! Now the officials say, hold on a second. Somebody wasn't set. Or is there a timeout? It is going to be a timeout by the Spartans, and that'll be their first timeout of this second half.
That's their first timeout of the second half.
This is going to be very interesting to see how they call this play. But hey, you never know. I mean, you're down 28-0. You might as well try something.
Yeah, they definitely know that was 2-down territory there. Obviously, on 3rd and long, they're not going for a first down. They just want to pick up 5 or 6 yards, and they did. But that try-back formation that they're running right now, I don't know if that it just goes to show how heavy of a run-first football team that this team is. They haven't been throwing through the air all game, so I'm interested to see what they're going to do on this 4th and 6 opportunity attempt.
Well, Kevin Moss is known to come up with some interesting play calls, and I found it interesting on 3rd and 11 they would go for a try-back rather than go for a pass, but I think the Spartans' best chance to move the ball is by way through the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's working, but that's not really working either. I don't know why they're not trying to attack these defensive backs. Yeah, the defensive back and secondary for the Lehigh Valley Storm are great players, but clearly running against this front 7 for the Storm isn't working. So 4th and 7 right here. I don't know if they're going to try and run again, toss sweep, maybe a little trickery, but this is, in my opinion, 4th and maybe the game. They need a first down to stay in this game right now. I know there's a lot of time left, but they can't afford to not get a first down on this play.
You got that right. Well, they're lining back up. Like I said, the Spartans using their first time out of the second half. Now it is 4th and 6 from the 35-yard line. They will definitely go for it again. Receiver needs to, no, they're going to punt. I'm sorry, Nigel Green, probably a more sure thing, and he punts it, and it's very, very high. Takes a Spartan bounce and down in the Storm territory at about the 42-yard line. So if there's any consolation at all, at the very least, the Storm end up starting at their own 42 in comparison to what could be the Spartan 35-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think that the Spartans had a great play call for that 4th and 6 attempt from their own 40-yard line. So they did make a great decision by punting it. Not a great punt, but the defense needs to step up and make a big play right now against this high-powered Storm offense. So head coach Kevin Moss is definitely trying to get this defense fired up to create another turnover.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Storm at their own 42-yard line. Jimmy LeHue in the shotgun formation. 4 receivers, 2 on each side once again. Let's see what LeHue does in the shotgun as Thomas goes in motion, but they won't hand him the ball, so it's going to be 3 on the left. Back goes LeHue. He rolls right, looks. He's going to throw a deep one on the right side, looking for Jaleel Clark, and there's a collision at the end of the play. It is incomplete. 1-9 for another 9. Jaleel Clark, the intended receiver, but Ort McBean had him stride for stride, and it ends up going incomplete.
Yeah, that was LeHue to Jaleel Clark the entire time. I don't even think he looked at another receiver. Clark had his guy beat, and the ref could have called the flag, but the defensive back, number 11, Khalil Sly, was playing great coverage, and a good play for the Spartans on 1st down.
All right, on 2nd and 10 now from the 42-yard line. LeHue in the shotgun in the same formation once again. Let's see what he tries this time. Looks like Ridley is to his left, back in after the turnover. Michael Thomas now in motion. LeHue waits, takes a snap, Spartan splits. Big handoff to Ridley, there he goes! To the 50, to the 40, slowed down to 35 of the Spartans, and explosive 22 yards before being brought down by Jameer Jackson.
Great call from the coaching staff there. The linebackers were all sent up the middle. They give the ball to Ridley, and he took it for a huge gain and perfect play against a blitz that they really haven't been blitzing too much tonight, but great call and great run.
I guess that was the attitude of, I'm not fumbling this one, and you're going to pay for it. Yusuf Breck in motion on 1st and 10 at the Spartan 35. LeHue will hand it off again, and a flag goes down as Ridley goes down to the 25. Ball popped out, but the play was dead. The Spartans picked it up, but the play was clearly dead. Jameer Jackson thought he was going to have all green in front of him, but the official said no. Meanwhile, the officials are discussing a flag that occurred midway through that play, which is possible we might see a hold, but we'll have to wait and see what the story is here. It looks like by the body language of the Storm, they are going to move backwards, but by what means? Mid-range, small, or major? We don't know. But I guess the officials are explaining to the Spartans exactly what it is. Jaquan McCants, one of the key players as referees try to show everybody what happened. But indeed, a hold is called against the Storm. So 10-yard penalty makes it 1st and 20.
Yeah, so 1st and 20, and another chance right now for the Spartans. They've three plays right now to stop this Storm offense. So another chance to hang in this football game.
All right, so 1st and 20 from the 45-yard line. Lehigh in the shotgun, single back to the right. Looks like Ridley again. And now Yusuf Reddick goes in motion to the right. Lehigh with a snap. Spartans blitzing, looking, throwing right in a pass. Looks like it's caught. I think, Yusuf Reddick caught it at about the 41, but he was touched as he slipped down. And I think the tackle, if I can find it, was Matthew Greer. I couldn't see who it was, but I think Greer was the one that touched him. It may have also been Devon Hull or Devin Hull. I always call him Devin or Devon. One of these days I'm going to get his name right. I should have learned that a long time ago, but I missed something.
Roughing the passer.
Yeah, roughing my brain too. So that's going to be an automatic 1st down after a roughing the passer call. Who hit him?
And that's honestly the reason why this team is losing this football game. Not even in my opinion, it's a fact. They're shooting themselves in the foot on these penalties.
Indeed, so roughing the passer means automatic 1st down for the Storm at the 27 of the Spartans. So Jimmy Lehigh in the shotgun once again. Let's see what he does. Takes a snap. No drop. Throws to the left, and it's almost intercepted. Devon Gordon kept running his route and nearly picking it off was Adam Savage, who nearly had that one, but the timing just was not there.
Yeah, something that you don't see too much. That's number 84 and number 10 not on the same page, but obviously that's something that's going to happen. Number 47, Adam Savage, almost came up with another turnover and a key interception, but luckily for the Storm it did not happen, and another play is coming up right now for Lehigh.
Okay, so it is 2nd and 10 from the 27 of the Spartans. 6:48 left in the 3rd quarter. 28-0 Storm leads. Back goes Lehigh. He's looking. He throws it away. Caught by Clark. Clark goes around a tackle. Stunner steps. Goes to about the 7-yard line before he gets flattened. That's a gain of 20 on the play. He was brought down by Khalil Sly as well as Jameer Jackson. But make it 1st and goal now for the Storm as they try and get into the 30s.
That's Lehigh Valley Storm bread and butter. That Lehigh to Julio Clark and Devon Gordon skinny post route that they run, and he was open. Great throw, great catch, and great 5-yard pickup after the catch there by Gordon. So they're definitely looking to punch it in again right now and add to their lead.
All right, so 1st and goal, we'll say from the 8-yard line. So it's a gain of 19 on the play. And now both Ridley and Sean Myers is in. I know that Myers had both the touchdown rushes as well as Jimmy Lehigh had won the 2nd quarter. They're going to give it to Myers. And Myers gets thrown back by Jaron Addison, who came in like a man possessed. And tosses him down for about a 3-yard loss to the 11.
Yeah, Addison and also number 8, Elijah Bell. This defense really shows a lot of flashes throughout the game. If they show these flashes a little bit more each drive, the score wouldn't be what it is right now. But they've a bunch of guys, and they're not really putting it together. But a big 2nd down coming up right now.
2nd and goal from the 11-yard line. Lehigh in the shotgun. Whoops! Somebody jumped. They handed it off to Ridley, but the official said, hold on a second. Somebody jumped, and we're not sure exactly who was the one that jumped, so looks like the right side of the line might have been the issue, so they're going to take one of the side judges and see where that flag came from. So the officials obviously are taking as much time to kind of figure out who did what. I mean, sometimes it's obvious, but other times it really is not. So the officials, wait a minute, they're going to say disregard the flag, so forget what happened. It's not
disregard the flag.
You just gotta love that. I say that, and somebody in the public address decides to copy me on that one. So no play at all, just a little bit of a pause. And while we have that pause, we'll remind you, of course, about the other sponsors. Kula Children's Center, located at 833 North 13th Street in Allentown, meeting your child care needs. Also, by the Scott family of dealerships, Shruti Pub and Restaurant, and HSG Productions, led by Harry Gaber, when you're ready to take game film to the next level. And now, hopefully, taking it to the next level, 2nd and goal from the 11, where the Storm back goes Lehigh in the shotgun, throws across. Devon Gordon got it in double coverage. Welcome to the end zone. And there goes another fly by the end of the play. So the
Right down, though,
second
at the end of the
touchdown
play.
scored by Devon Gordon on the second touchdown pass, obviously, by Jimmy Lehigh. There looked to be a scrum between the two lines at the end of the play, but the Storm gets to the 30s as Gordon catches a second touchdown.
Yeah, before I comment on that touchdown, it was Storm. I think offensive lineman number 61, Dennis Gosley, with a real late hit and very unnecessary late in the game. He saw the guy, he saw Devon Gordon in the end zone, and that's uncalled for. But Jimmy Lehigh, too, number 84, Devon Gordon, finding the end zone once again for the second time in this ball game, and that's this team's bread and butter, and that's what they do best. Lehigh to number 84, Devon Gordon.
Okay, so the extra point will be coming up by Bobby Eppelman. They will charge 15 yards on the kickoff, and it looks like for the second time in the game, the Storm will be kicking off in their own 20, but for Bobby Eppelman, it's no problem. He has quite a leg to do that. Fick the hold for the extra point. Low ground ball snap, but the kick is on its way and down the middle and good. And so the Lehigh Valley Storm with 5:01 left here in the third quarter. They have a 35-0 lead over the New Jersey Spartans, and this allows you to have a little time to give you a sponsor.
Yeah, I'm going to do the main sponsor for the night is Pepsi, and then also Shrudy's Pub and Restaurant, 853 Northampton Street in Easton, Pennsylvania. Also, Blackman's Cycle Center and Buca di Pepe, Connecticut School of Broadcasting and Kaplan's Awning, Scott Family of Dealership, and Kula's Children's Center, located 833 North 13th Street in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And don't forget to visit lvstormfootball.com.
Indeed so. We've been doing that a lot, and that's where you get us here at Storm Radio, hot101.net. Needless to say, the Lehigh Valley Storm in business yet again. They really are doing a heck of a job holding the New Jersey Spartans at bay here.
Yeah, I mean, the defense has shown a lot of flashes through this game. The offense, not so much. The defense is playing great. All guys, no really standouts for me. 57. Paul Bolden and guys like Luther Wilson and a bunch of guys I can name off the top of my head are having great ball games and a total team effort on the defensive side of the ball for the Storm.
I think Chris Medina is having a whale of a ball game on defense, and obviously it was Paul Bolden last week. This week it's Chris Medina as the Storm are about to kick off for the second time today from their own 20 following an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the offensive line. Eppelman kicks it off and it heads all the way down to about the 16-yard line where McCants has it. He will move around to the 25, 30, has a hole, look out, to the 40, over to midfield, and that's where he goes down, right at the midfield stripe. Jaquan McCants really doing a number as far as the kickoff return goes for the Spartans. One of the few bright spots they've had today.
Yeah, definitely. He's had some good returns today. If this offense really could just put together a couple of plays, they could find themselves in the end zone. But they have been struggling against a very high talented and fast, strong defense that has been creating turnovers and just getting their hands in the face of the quarterback. So they're definitely going to try and get on the scoreboard for sure with 4:40 left in the third quarter.
In the last 14 quarters here at home, this is unheard of. 174-0. The Storm have outscored their opponents.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, from the Predators to the Giants to the Legacy and now the Spartans. I mean, that is just absolutely astounding to hear these numbers. I mean, the Storm really had home dominance. I mean, could you imagine if you get an Albany team that comes here to Allentown? I mean, would they be able to hold it up there? I mean, who knows?
It's a whole different ballgame, you'd have to say.
Hey, you never know. We're just using those as an example here. But anyway, 1st and 10 as the ball spotted at the 49-yard line as Rashad Hector brings out the try-back, and they're going to throw a deep ball on the left side, and a pass knocked away by Rodney Gilmore, incomplete. That was intended. If I could find a guy, it looked like Kazim R was the one that had it, but it is 2nd and 10, but that was a good idea for Rashad Hector to try and get some points on the board.
And about time, stretching the field that obviously they might have not caught that ball and had a big play there, but it's going to open up a bunch of other things. They tried to catch a cornerback sleeping. They haven't tested them all game, but I like the idea of trying to throw deep. Obviously, that's not the strong point of their team, but you can't just run the ball out of a 3-back formation every play. So Hector went to go deep, didn't work out, but 2nd down coming up right now, and I'm interested to see what they're going to bring to the table.
Okay, 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. They're at their own 49-yard line, and looks like they will just go And it looks like an unusual try back and an obtuse angle or something going to the right with a receiver on each side. Back goes Hector. Now they're going to hand it off. And going up the middle is Ron Gatling. He will cross the 40 and get pushed out of bounds at about the 39-yard line by Rodney Gilmore. That's going to be a 12-yard gain. And the Spartans end up moving to James.
And Gatling's a guy that is the top 2 rusher for this football team. And coming out of a heavy-powered run-first offense, I was expecting a much bigger game out of him. Maybe he's going to start turning on right now after a big play. So, I don't know. I guess they're going to keep running the ball. It's working. It's not working, but that's what they're sticking to right now.
All right, well, from Storm Central, Ed has told me we do have a final as the New York Predators are winners over the Westchester Warriors 42-26. Pretty high-scoring game up in Staten Island today. So the Predators back to their scoring and winning ways as it is now 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the Storm 39. Here's a throw by Hector along the left side. It is intercepted, and it's John Kennedy who runs on the far sideline and goes down to the 21-yard line. 3rd interception thrown by Rashad Hector.
By John Kennedy.
I'll tell you something. John Kennedy's come through with a pretty nice game. Kennedy picks off his 2nd pass of the game, and the Spartans once again turn the ball over with 2:48 left here in the 3rd.
Yeah, Kennedy actually has had a real good game today. Not a guy that we mentioned too much throughout the first 5 games, but he has stepped up in a big interception there, and I guess that's why they weren't trying to stretch the field, because the Storm defensive backfield has so many athletes, and as you can see there, they couldn't get into the end zone.
I stand corrected. That might be the 4th interception today by Rashad Hector, because John Kennedy's had 2. Don't forget we've had Mike Kuzer's had 1, and don't forget about Luther Wilson. So that's 4 interceptions. I don't think you can win games when you throw 4 interceptions. There's no question about that. But anyway, it looks like you can't see what's going on here, but in any case, it is 1st and 10 for the Storm at the 22-yard line. Caleb Fick's in the game. I see what it is. He's in the shotgun formation, got 4 receivers, 3 to the right, and Fick is going to hand it off, and it's obviously not going to work as he got it down to Rob Kuzer, and Kuzer cruised backward for about 3 yards to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, this second package is in guys like Rob Kuzer and Caleb Fick, who are great football players, so they're going to continue to dominate this football game, try and keep the run going after a big pick by I'm forgetting his name right now, number 24, John Kennedy, but Caleb Fick in the game for the Storm.
That might be worth a post-game interview. But anyway, 2nd and 13 from the 19-yard line. Fick in the shotgun. Again, 4 receivers, 2 on each side. They will hand it off to Kuzer again. Has a nice rush up the middle. Goes down to about the 23. He's able to gain 4, but it is now 3rd and 9 for the Storm from there.
Yeah, I'd like to see Fick maybe roll out and try and hit someone. He hasn't had too many opportunities to throw the ball so far this season, so that's what I'm looking forward to. Obviously, up 35-2-0 with a minute left in the 3rd. You can try a couple things, but they're just going to continue to pound the football and end this game on a high note.
All right, 3rd and 9 from the 23-yard line. Caleb Fick with 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Gordon's still in the game. Yusuf Reddick in one of the slots. Art Sanders on the other side, too. And once again, Rob Kuzer. Let's see if he gets another carry or if it's going to be a pass. Back goes Fick. He's rolling to the left. He's being rushed. He throws to the left. It is caught by Gordon. Tries a spin move, but is brought down at about the 26-yard line. A good tackle along the near side by, it looks to be Adam Savage, who made, and looks like McCants also was on the tackle, but still, the Spartans able to hold the Storm to 3-and-out for the first time.
Yeah, the first time of this game, so we're going to see a little bit of Bobby Appleman right now and see if he can produce a good punt, because like we said, that special teams aspect under pressure is something that you can never take for granted, because Appleman really hasn't been tested yet this season, and obviously getting game work is something always good to see, so that's what you can take out of a positive 3-and-out for the Storm, but the defense and second guys for the Storm defense are expected to commit to this football game.
All right, so now, as I think we have an official timeout here with, looks like 5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. I think what they're trying to do is push the Storm players back, or is there a timeout?
Sideline warning.
Oh, a sideline warning. Up 35-0, you shouldn't be doing this stuff.
Yeah, I agree. It's high school.
That happens a lot.
It is,
I have no idea why, but now they run it down and now make it three-quarter
That's the third
time
quarter, folks.
here
After three,
in Allentown. So after
the
three, the Lehigh Valley
lead the
Storm,
Spartans
they are winning
35-0
35-0 over the New Jersey Spartans. So
Right on down the concession stand,
15
folks.
more
Grab
minutes
yourself
ago.
a nice bag
Does
of
that
chips,
mean we
hot
end up having a...
hot dog, hamburger, or storm apparel?
Are we going to be
Right on
having
down the
another one of those
concession stand.
Geico commercials or what?
While you're there, buy yourself a blue light
what do you mean by that?
It's only $2.
You know, 15 minutes.
That didn't land at first to me, but yeah, I guess so. I don't know what to say.
Of course, I have to keep you speechless. You should know. I don't even have that car insurance. I have New Jersey manufacturers, for goodness sake. But don't forget, while we have a moment, let's honor the Scott family of dealerships, the Scott Lot, Scott Chevrolet, Scott Cadillac, Scott Mazda, and Scott Volvo, with all lots located on Lehigh Street in Allentown, Pennsylvania. That's one of the key sponsors of Lehigh Valley Storm Football. Of course, for more on them, just go to lvstormfootball.com for that information. And by the way, as we begin this final quarter, I would like to remind everybody that in case you're wondering, you are listening to Lehigh Valley Storm Football here on Storm Radio and Hot101.net. With, of course, Crazy Tom and JJ handling the controls as we are out of control. On fourth down, Bobby Eppelman throws his first punt of the game. It takes one bounce, and McCants thinks about taking it and then says, no, you take it. And instead the ball goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and so the New Jersey Spartans will start from there.
Yeah, good punt by Bobby Eppelman, someone that we really don't see too much with the starting field position for the Storm, and a team that really doesn't go 3 and out. So a good punt from number 47. That's something you want to see. And 15 minutes left. What was the number that you said before? That they've outscored their opponent at home
174 to nothing.
So obviously
And
the
remember,
Storm defense doesn't want to let up points here.
And remember, the last score they allowed at home was that 52-yard field goal by the New York Predator kicker, and that made it 7-3. After that, 35, 55, 49, and then another 35. Add it up, my goodness, that's almost like tilting a pinball machine.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
All right, so while we have an official timeout, one other thing you can check on is the Kula Children's Center located at 833 North 13th Street in Allentown, Pennsylvania. They are meeting your child care needs. All right, so now the Spartans are back. 1st and 10 as Rashad Hector is back in the shotgun. Spartans are on 25-yard line, a pistolero, and he's got option. It's a lateral, and it's picked up by Ron Gatling, who steps out of bounds at about the 21. The option ended up being a botched option, but Gatling was able to pick it up, and he was forced out of bounds for a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, that's the definition of a botched, or if you want to call it a broken play, that option, obviously, from the start. I think the quarterback even opened up the wrong way, something just from the beginning of that play, it looked real funky, and I feel like every single first down, the Storm move that offense backwards. How can you complain about a defense that does that?
It wasn't a broken play, it was a shattered play.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 2nd and 13 from the 22-yard line is in the shotgun as Hector. He takes a snap, calls his no, it's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be Addison again. Has a whole 35, 40, still going, 45, down to the 47-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Good job by the Spartans' offensive right side of the line, able to get Addison on a nice 24-yard pickup.
Yeah, I think you absolutely nailed it on the head when you said before this team shows a ton of flashes but never really gets that job done. Offense and defense have shown some serious flashes and a lot of good players, but they can't just get into the end zone to be a completely different football team if they could.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I was about to say, if they had that every single play, they'd be able to come through. All right, now Hector calls this number on a fake handoff and goes up the middle to the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Only a 1-yard pickup. A good tackle by Keenan Walls on the play.
Yeah, I think that's a call play by himself. If he sees something going on with the defense, he's going to do that. Or, I don't know, not too much success so far in this game.
Okay, so 2nd and 9 now for the Spartans. They're at their own 47-yard line. Coming up on 12:15 till time, and the Storm in command again, 35-0. India Pistolero is Rashad Hector, who takes a snap, backs up, throws to the left, and the pass caught very nicely by Kevin Brown in Storm territory at the 45-yard line.
Brought down by number 7, Kashmir.
He gets brought down by a flood on the play, but still a gain of 10, and I'm sorry, they're a yard short of a first down. I thought they had gotten it, but I guess I didn't see it right. But anyway, the Spartans go no huddle. 3rd and a yard from the 45-yard line. Hector again to Pistolero, waiting for the snap. He's got it. He's going to hand it off left side. Oh, my goodness. Ron Gatling ends up getting thrown down by Kreidler for a 3-yard loss to the 48-yard line. So now the Spartans now will have a 4th and 4 coming up.
Yeah, that's the theme of this whole entire game. Bend, 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 and they don't break. Carl Kreider got through and got past the left tackle right there and made a huge play on the running back to now force a 4th and 5 attempt instead of a 3rd and 1.
You're right. A loss of 4 on the play. So now on 4th and about 5 from the 49 of the Storm, Rashad Hector, he's got Addison lined up to the right, 4 receivers, 3 to the right. Hector waiting for the snap to come. He takes it. He's being chased. He's going to run to his right. He's going to try and run it himself, and he will not get the first down. He is floored at the 46-yard line. Only a 3-yard pickup. Once again, the Lehigh Valley Storm, and their D is D0. And Chris White, who plays it up on defense, able to stop him that time.
Chris White.
And again,
that'll be a turnover on downs.
Excellent play. That was a design rollout on 4th and 5 attempt, and it was Chris White versus quarterback number 13, Rashad Hector, out on Nyland there, and he made a great play. If he broke that tackle, it would have been a first down. Great play by number 87, Chris White.
Well, I tell you what, Chris White really showing some flashes on defense, and once again, you got the Storm and all the speed on its club. They find ways all the time to make sure the opposing offense doesn't score. And once again, the Storm find a way as we're coming up on 10 minutes left till time, and the Storm leading 35-0. Caleb Fick back in the game now for the Storm. I think Jimmy LeHue is finished. I mean, he threw 2 touchdown passes, both to Devon Gordon, and he ran for 1 as well. So I guess it may not be what he's used to given the way the Storm has scored points, but hey, it's still all in a day's work. So now Fick is in the Pistolero. As it is 1st and 10, they're going on inside handoff and going down to about the 47-yard line. Looks like Isaiah Green had to carry, and it ended up being, if I could find it, you're moving the paper. Estevez Ferreira was the one with the stop.
Yeah, no, they're just bringing in these guys and getting Kuzar and Isaiah Green touches. Caleb Fick, there's a couple of switches on the offensive line side, just getting a bunch of guys playing time, and obviously these guys are out here and they want to be a part of everything, so they're going to be playing tough football right now, and they're going to try and put together a nice drive together.
And I'm sure Coach Kohler realizes that the Storm have played 6 consecutive weeks. He now needs to get his players rested a little bit. Now we got a timeout by the Storm with 8:58 left in regulation. The Storm with that 35-0 lead.
Yeah, and I'm going to read off a couple sponsors for tonight. Obviously, the usual. We have Pepsi, Schrudy's Pub and Restaurant, Scott Family of Dealership, Kula Children's Center, and then HSG Productions. When you're ready to take your game film to the next level, that's Howard. He's the man. Also, Buca Di Pepe, Kaplan's Autumn. Why can't I say that word? Awning. And
you need a week break too.
Yeah, awning. And then, so that's our sponsor for tonight. But just overall, the Lehigh Valley Storm football team has played a great team overall, a great game.
It goes on and on and on, and sounds like Chubb Rock and lost in the Storm.
I had one word a game. I think it was variety last game. I couldn't say. So.
And here you couldn't say on. You couldn't get 2 on. I mean, that's a mo for you anyway. 2nd and 10 for the 47-yard line. Thick in the shotgun following the timeout. Takes the snap. He fakes. He'll throw a deep ball right to the right sideline. It is caught by Devon Gordon in Spartan territory about the 31-yard line before he is thrown down by Larry Johnson. And then a flag comes at the end of the play. And a Spartan is shaken up on the play too. And we're hoping it's not serious because in blowout games we have noticed a rise in injuries that really shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. And I actually, it was a great catch by number 84, Gordon, and a little bit of an underthrown by Fick, but a great athleticism play. I don't know. I don't know what happened at the end of the play. There is a penalty. I didn't see anything, but yeah, you said you don't want to see injuries late in the game, especially 35-0. You could obviously put the W in the books, and you want to teach your players to play hard, but you never want to see anyone get hurt.
Elijah Bell looks like he's the injured Spartan down the field about the 32-yard line. While we're waiting to find out if he's going to be okay, you did mention. I'm sorry if I lost my mind here, but you mentioned about your show for Monday night.
I'm not sure if once again it's going to be at Schroeder's Pub and Restaurant. It's going to be live or not, but yeah, it's just Monday night. It was the showtime was changed from 8 to 9 p.m. to now 7 to 8 p.m. So make sure you stop by. It's the Monday night post-game wrap-up show. It's going to be all about this game. We're going to have coaches and players, probably guys like John Kennedy and Chris Medina on. They've had great games today. Maybe head coach Bob Kohler I haven't had on since week 2, but make sure you can stop by.
Okay, well, hopefully I'll be on there if my schedule permits. The 15-yard penalty is against the Spartans for probably a horse collar tackle, but Elijah Bell did get up after a little assistance and ran off on his own power.
So, 15-yard penalty.
1st and 10 now as the Storm enter the red zone again at the Spartan 20-yard line. Clock running down to 8 minutes left in the game. Fick in the shotgun, in a pistolero actually. He'll hand it off. Rob Kuzer slips out of a tackle, crosses the 20, and zigs and zags his way down to about the 17. A gain of 3 on the play before being brought down by Devin Hall.
Yeah, exactly. And this team, this offensive line, actually, the second tier, is getting a very good push on the defensive line, just creating holes. He did, number 21, Rob Kuzar, did slip out of a couple tackles there, and he's a little flashy guy that has found the end zone a couple times this year, so he's a good, definitely a good backup running back.
All right, so 2nd and 7. They'll spot the ball at the 17-yard line. Fick again to Pistolero this time. I would say Myers and Ridley are done for the day, too. Fick in the shotgun takes it. Will pitch it out. Rob Kuzer has some speed, tries to cut the corner, crosses the 15, slams on the brakes, and goes down at the 14-yard line. Stays in bounds, and now continue the clock running to about 7 minutes left till time.
Yeah, I think that was the safety. I couldn't see the number from the Spartans. Came up and made a great play. Rob Kuzer had some speed to the outside.
Wait till they're done celebrating. Meet them in the end zone.
Another theme to this game. A lot of guys are showing big flashes for the Spartans individually, and well, there's another
flag
flag.
down on the play.
Oh my goodness! Not again.
Yeah, again.
I mean, we had this happen last week, and it looks like unsportsmanlike against the Spartans because the officials moving at half the distance to the goal, and the Storm are going to get 1st and goal at about the 7-yard line.
There was no contact, so there definitely is some chirping going on down on the field right now.
Somebody basically did not stay PG-13.
Correct.
Probably went hard R instead, but anyway. 1st and goal for the Storm now to Spartan's 7-yard line with Fick in the shotgun, Rob Kuzer to the right. They do line up 3 wide, and now in motion, Agaman Moore goes to the right. Fick with a snap. He'll throw it to the left side. Passes tapped and incomplete. At least a good job getting a hand on it was Devon Bletcher, who botches up the pass play. It ends up going incomplete, and it's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, there would have been another skinny post touchdown for the Storm, but the outside linebacker got his hands up and batted it down. Great play by the Spartan defender.
All right, 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. This is going to be interesting, too, because we're not going to be here again until, I think, the 20th of September. But then again, the Storm, I think, have 2 off weeks in between the New Jersey Wolves contest coming up. But we'll talk more about it as we go along. 2nd and goal for the 7. Back goes Fick. He's going to roll to his right. He tries to get out of the pocket. Cannot, and down he goes. The first sack of the day by the other 2 counterpart, and that is Jerron Addison, who's shown flashes on offense, and now is a sack to go on defense.
Yeah, Caleb Fick tried to make something happen. There was no one open. That's what you really call a coverage sack by the New Jersey Spartans.
All right, and the Storm really haven't been sacked much, if at all.
Not at all.
Especially in the last couple of games. But here it is, 3rd and goal now from the 15 following an 8-yard loss. They'll line up 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Caleb Fick is going to be in the shotgun with Rob Kuzer to his right. Fick looking over the Spartan defense. Will probably show blitz. Back goes Fick. He's saying he'll throw up the middle. The pass batted and nearly intercepted by the Spartans. And once again, it's Devin Hall who continues to play despite the score. You got to give this guy credit. I did say, this is a very good player.
Yeah, and if he caught that, he would have just actually entered into the end zone. That would have been a pick six as he was flying across the field and there was nobody in sight. But that kid is running all over the field. It is, I'm not going to lie, I've been in that position. It's hard to play down 35-0 with 5 minutes left in the game when you know that you're handed a loss, especially on the road. But this kid is really given 60 minutes.
Okay, well, and at least the Spartans have been at least playing 60 minutes. Like I said, you don't take this team lightly because they will come after you until the very last play. And now, whistles blow. Okay, they're sending the ball for play. I'm sorry. Fick is going to hold as Bobby Eppman's now going to try a 32-yard field goal. Now, of course, he struggled in field goal range this year, so this is a perfect time for him to get some points. Here's the snap. Kick on its way, and it is good! Finally, Bobby Eppman comes through with a 32-yard field goal, and that will make it 38-0 in favor of the Lehigh Valley Storm over the New Jersey Spartans.
Yeah, that's something good to see, actually. The fact that the Storm have scored so many points and haven't been getting stopped through the first couple of games. Eppelman really hasn't seen game time and seen the field, so that's something that being too good actually takes away from your punter and your kicker. So Bobby Eppelman had a good punt today from his own 25-yard line, kicked it to the opposite 20, and then just hit a nice field goal there. So that's definitely a confidence boost for number 47, Bobby Eppelman. Something nice to see.
Exactly, and of course he struggled over the first few weeks, and let's not forget he had a critical field goal against the Albany Metro Maulers a couple weeks ago where he missed, and it turned out to be pretty much a fatal turning point of the game for the Lehigh Valley Storm on the wrong end. But now he can at least say, you know what, hey, I got this one. Now I can work on it as we head into the home stretch of the season.
Exactly. Maybe now that he's having some good punts and kicking some field goal, he's going to answer my Facebook messages and he'll be on my show. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys tuned.
Oh my goodness gracious. And we always seem to have a little bit of fun one way or the other as Eppelman now kicks the ball off high and end over end. Looks like McCants again. This time at about the 2 drops the ball. Now takes off along the far side. Has a hole. Crosses the 20. But it closes very quickly as he only gets to about the 24-yard line.
Eppelman's kick.
And it's Michael Thomas who
stops.
Yeah, Michael Thomas, a guy, a great player for the team. He does it all over the wide receiving core and on special teams. It's good to see, like I just mentioned, 5'16" and running down on kickoff and just throwing your body into defenders when honestly you could probably take the playoff and not be noticed. It's always good to see these guys playing a full game, and when you don't play a full game, that's when you get hurt. So that's good to see.
Or if you're not mentally ready.
Exactly.
That's where the injury bug really increases here. While we have a second, I'll remind you, of course, Pepsi, the proud sponsor of Lehigh Valley Storm football. Pepsi, live for now. See what's now and on the verge by going to Pepsi.com and feeling the real big summer of the Pepsi Pulse. Now, you realize in 2 weeks' time it may still technically be summer, but everybody will be back to school, so I may have to reword that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 23-yard line. I think Hector's still in the game. Takes a high snap, hands off to Tyrone Fitz, but Fitz has Fitz getting back to the line of scrimmage because Sean Hill flocking him for no gain on the play.
And obviously 4 interceptions on the day for the Spartan offense. They're just going to continue to pound the ball. They've shown some flashes all game, but they're still going to try and do it right now. The front 7 for the Storm defense said, I don't think so.
4:15 and counting till time. 38-0. Storm lead the Spartans. It is 2nd and 10 now from the 23-yard line for the Spartans. They're going to see if they can try and break that 0. I know the Storm do not want that to happen, but let's see what comes of it here. Under center is Rashad Hector. They go in the I formation. They got 2 receivers on the right-hand side. Let's see what Hector decides to do here. Takes the snap. He'll fake, roll right. He's going to throw a deep one around the right side, and there's a flag down. The pass is caught, but no, incomplete, out of bounds. The ball intended for Perry Mims. There's a flag down the midfield stripe, so somebody pushed off.
Flag down at the end.
It was good coverage by Tajmir Flood. Once again, he's always in the right position. They might call legal contact. I'm not really sure. I couldn't tell from here.
Well, the officials, yeah, you're right. Defensive holding, rather, against the Storm. So just
Holding on
reset
the
the down
defense.
markers, and the Spartans will have 1st and 10 for the 28.
Exactly, and that's why you tried to. That's what I was asking for them to do in the first half was stretch the field and just open it up a little bit and keep those cornerbacks out on the island and not have them creeping in and getting after your quarterback like the outside linebackers were. So they caught a break there.
All right, so 1st and 10. Now, for whatever reason, it still says
waive
first and... No. The yard markers aren't correct. The down markers aren't correct because it's an automatic 1st down defensive holding, so therefore, they're going to reset them at the 28-yard line. I mean, a lot of times we don't necessarily see that being fixed, but it seems like here they seem to have pretty much everything in order, and the folks know what they're doing here. But anyway, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line in the I formation now for Rashad Hector, a receiver on each side. We'll see if Hector tries to go deep again. No. Oh, yeah, he does. He play fakes and fires, and the pass is caught. Kevin Brown forced out of bounds at the 38-yard line, brought down by Rodney Gilmore right at the 1st down marker. So that might be another 1st down depending on where they spot the ball.
Actually, that kid Kevin Brown actually has had a couple of nice catches today, and I'm surprised that they haven't targeted him a little more during the game. But they're having their little flashes. They just can't sustain that drive, and if they could, like you said, like I said before, they'd be a much better football team than they showed tonight.
And it's a gain of 11, so it is 1st and 10 for the Spartans at their own 39-yard line. Clock down to 2:20 left, and the Spartans trying to get some points. They're going to be faltering for the 2nd straight time as the Storm lead 38-0, and it looks like Hector will be in a shotgun between split backs and a receiver on each side. They want to get the play out before the 2-minute warning. Hector waits, takes the snap. Now he's going to run to the right. Everyone went left. Hector will get to the 40, slip out of a tackle, and go to about the 43. It's going to be a pickup of 4. But now we've run to the 2-minute warning with 1:50 and counting. So we've hit the 2-minute warning, 38-0 in favor of the Lehigh Valley Storm. And while we have a second, we'll just remind everybody, of course, our sponsors outside of Pepsi. Let's not forget about Kula Children's Center, located at 833 North 13th Street in Allentown, meeting your child care needs. The Scott family of dealerships, the Scott Lot, Scott Chevrolet, Scott Cadillac, Scott Mazda, and Scott Volvo, with all lots located on Lehigh Street in Allentown. Also brought to you by Shruti Pub and Restaurant, located 1853 North Hampton Street in Easton. Give them a call, 610 area code 829-1211. Again, 610 area code 829-1211. And also brought to you by HSG Productions, led of course by Howard Gaber. When you are ready to take game film to the next level. Of course, I need to take my voice to the next level because and we've been saying monotonous, isn't it, so many times in this thing. 38-0, the Storm lead the Spartans in the final minute 50 of this game.
Yeah, what I'm going to say about the recap of this game, this is a much better football team than the 38-0 team for the Spartans. They have a 2nd and, I think, 6 coming up right now. I'll continue after this play.
All right, so it is 2nd and 6 from the 43-yard line. And let's see what happens as in the pistolero is Rashad Hector. He waits for the snap. He takes it. He rolls to the right. Now throws one, and a pass batted away by Carl Kreider as Rashad Hector went right, tried to throw it to the left. Kreider decided to bat it away. It is incomplete.
Yeah, that was almost a very athletic play by number 50, Carl Kreider. But what I was getting at before was this New Jersey Spartan football team really shot themselves in the foot. A lot of touchdowns that they gave up shouldn't have happened, like the second one, and then the great field position off that punt because of a stupid mistake there also. Don't get me wrong, the Storm played tremendous tonight, but I don't think it was 38-0 good from the Spartan side.
Wasn't as easy as last week. Ed in Storm Central just informed me the New Jersey Bravehearts 28-0 right now over the Central Jersey Middlesex Vikings. So Bravehearts look, they'll be in the win column. We mentioned about the New Jersey Wolves. They stood pat. They won 27-0 over the Northeast Eagles, and the Predators won 42-26 over the Westchester Warriors, a battle in New York there. So with 1:45 till time, 3rd and 6 from the 43-yard line, as Rashad Hector is under center, receiver on each side, empty backfield too, so they're going to go big on the line here. Oh, yeah, he was in the shotgun. I'm sorry. He'll throw the pass. It is caught. No, it's going to be an option. Throwing deep left side, and the pass is intercepted by Tajmir Flood. They went for the option, or the halfback option, then the deep pass, but the trick play didn't work. Tajmir Flood able to make the interception, but the interception goes on the count of Devon Blutcher, who was the one that threw that pass.
Yeah, a little bit of trickery there late in this ball game, and Flood and Chris White both wanted that interception. They actually almost ran into each other out there, but Flood luckily and Chris White weren't shaken up, and Flood comes up with another interception.
All right, so the 5th interception of the game for the New Jersey Spartans. Tajmir Flood has one, Mike Kuzer has one, John Kennedy has 2, and also Luther Wilson has one. That's 5 turnovers today for the Lehigh Valley Storm based on interceptions. 4 by Rashad Hector, and now 1 by Devon Blutcher on that halfback option throw. And the Spartans, they do it at least once a game with the halfback option. I was just very surprised they waited until the final 2 minutes of the game to do it.
Yeah, exactly, and they could have used a little bit of trickery more earlier in the game, obviously, but you can't blame them. They're a run-first football team from what we've seen, and that's what they stuck to, and they showed flashes, but didn't get the job done, and Storm defense, another big play.
Indeed. So now Caleb Fick in the Pistolero on 1st and 10. The Storm have it at the 21-yard line. I'm sure they're just going to try and run the clock out. And they hand it off. I think that might be Isaiah Green that time. He'll blast his way to about the 26-yard line. Yeah, Isaiah Green gets 5 on the play. So we're coming down now to under a minute left. So the Storm will probably run one more play, and that will be it.
After the game, folks,
So,
don't forget you can celebrate.
don't
with your
forget,
favorite
and oh yeah,
Storm players.
following
Get their
the
autographed
game,
pictures
don't
with
forget
them.
about Corey
Just wait till they're
Martinez. We
done
have to
celebrating. Meet them in
include
the
that
back of
in
the end
this.
zone, folks.
Exactly. My favorite play of the game.
Yeah, of course. 2nd and 4 from the 27-yard line as his microphone falls. All right, again the Pistolero. They snap and they hand off, and that's Green again. Green will plow his way to about the 30-yard line, and I think work will be done as he gets to about maybe a yard or 2 short of the first down. So, all in the day's work, only 3 points in 4 games scored by opponents here on this home field. An insane 177-0 advantage here on this field as the clock winds down. And my friends, I guess the emotion I can say is over. That will do it! It is a Lehigh Valley Storm win, and they move to 5-1 on the season with a 38-0 win over the New Jersey Spartans here in Allentown tonight.
Yeah, the Storm turned in another great performance. I'll talk about it after Corey's play.
But don't go anywhere just yet. We have Corey's
Wow, I tell you what.
Please stay in your seat.
This has been quite a week, I guess, for me, because I didn't know how things were going to come out, but then again, you just don't expect certain things to happen the way they do. But you know what? It's finally done and over with, and I'll probably say hello to some of the people afterwards. The Spartans realize the significance of the play. I'm not sure what they're going to do with Corey Martinez today, but we'll just see how exactly what they decide to do here, as they'll do their traditional and ceremonial 35-yard touchdown run. So they give the snap. And what they do, they just lob it to Martinez.
Sees
He'll
a hole.
walk it along the left
Picks up the
side.
block.
He'll take it himself.
Martinez makes his way to the 15.
The ceremonial
To the 10.
touchdown run.
To the 5.
And
He
this is
sees
the fastest that he's run.
What man to beat? He beats him.
Did he just
That's
drop
a
the ball?
touchdown for the Storm. Corey Martinez takes the 25 yards for a pass from Jimmy Hugh and puts it in the end
He'll be
zone.
grabbing a touchdown anyway. I don't think I've ever seen that one before, but wow. Martinez looked like he spiked it just before getting into the end zone, but you know what? In the end, it's good enough because the Lehigh Valley Storm get their 5th win of the year against 1 loss, winning 38-0 over the New Jersey Spartans.
It was a great run by Corey, and he celebrated a little bit too early, but then he jumped back on it and got into the end zone. So a great touchdown by number 88, Corey Martinez, but the Lehigh Valley Storm tonight turned in a great performance overall. My favorite thing to say, and I'll say it every time when it's supposed to be said, offense, defense, and special teams. The Storm won all 3 aspects of the game tonight. that's why the result of the game was 38-0 in favor of the Storm.
And once again, as I said a minute ago, 177-0. And on this field overall, 184-3 in 4 home games. Now, the Storm will not be seeing this field again until September the 20th from what I see. But I'll tell you what, this was, again, quite a performance for the Storm in a game which I thought was going to be more competitive. But once again, when you deal with certain things that do come up, you don't know exactly what to expect. But you know what? This was a week of emotion regarding the team I'm doing the games for now and the team I did games for in the past. You know what? Respect goes to all of them, and regardless of what the score is, hey, they're all good friends of mine, and I have to appreciate all of them for helping me, at least in the travels of this broadcasting career.
Yeah, exactly. And into the second half, I did forget it was an emotional game for you, but obviously it must have been fun to watch this game. Wish it was maybe closer, but that you did broadcast for both of these teams, the Storm and New Jersey Spartans. They were without one of their quarterbacks, obviously.
Huffin, I'm surprised Huffin wasn't there. I had no idea there were other players that were not available in the game, and I don't know if that would have had any reference in the scoring of the game, but you know what? The Storm had to do what they had to do, and that's why they're 5-1 going into everybody goes into the bye week.
Exactly, and 5-1 going into the bye week. Obviously, you don't want any losses, but I think that this team would have taken that before the season started. Obviously, 5-1 going into the bye week, having that break, and I come back against New Jersey Wolves. I'm pretty sure. So. Head coach Bob Kohler, I'm pretty sure that he's a happy camper after the last 2 performances that this team has put in.
And I'll tell you what, considering now the Lehigh Valley Storm have surfaced as one of the top 2 teams in the division for the Major League Football, and I forget what division they're playing in, but granted, with the team being with the Vikings and the Spartans. National Northern. I'll get it right. I don't look at it too often enough, and they'll kind of teach me there, but the bottom line here is the Storm now have to get through their biggest test in 2 weeks' time, and that's the Plainfield, New Jersey Wolves, and it's going to be in Plainfield. That is not an easy place to play. There is not going to be an AstroTurf field like we've had for so many weeks. There's going to be a grass field with a lot of interesting contraptions, so the Storm really has to be careful.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar yet with this Plainfield, New Jersey Wolves team, but from what I do know, this run-and-gun, fast-paced offense football team in the Lehigh Valley Storm will be slowed down on a grass field. A team like this Storm team loves playing on turf, so I know that I'm not sure if the Wolves have a great record or not.
They're the 2-time defending champions.
So it's going to be a great game.
Oh, I can't wait for that. And of course, their win today over the Northeast Eagles, 27-0. Now they obviously get that big game. You know they're going to be fired up because last year they played a rain-shortened game against the Storm in Plainfield, but the Storm won 13-0. But consider the situation at the time. The Storm were pretty much wrapping up their regular season while the Wolves are just starting out the regular season. Almost sounds like a story that we've said many times before throughout the year.
Yeah, exactly. And they're definitely going to be looking for revenge, especially like you just mentioned, the shortened game. They probably feel like they deserve more time in whatever weather, and that's obviously all in the past. So they're defending champions, and it's going to be on their home. I was going to say turf, but on their home grass. So
and we're going to have a devil of a time trying to broadcast because it won't be in a booth like this.
Okay,
we're going to have to do it a little bit makeshift. We may have to broadcast on ground level or maybe 3 or 4 rows back in the bleachers.
Wow.
So we're going to have to figure on getting a lot of extension cords, trying to get a hold of some people that maybe would be able to wireless in. I think the Wi-Fi may not be an issue because I know Xfinity has like clear Wi-Fi and stuff, but it's not going to matter from what we use, from the packets that we get. But the bottom line is, I think in 2 weeks' time, it's going to be a challenge for everybody, for the players against the Wolves, and for us broadcasting. So you'll understand what I mean, because I've been in the press box before. It's unsturdy. It is basically a 10x10 box, and pretty much we're going to have to go with a makeshift construction material to try and do something, you know?
Yeah, so that's a little bit away, but we'll just try and get the job done, just like the Storm did tonight.
Well, indeed, and you know the most important thing about tonight? the rain stopped before this game got started. I mean, the bleachers were wet and stuff like that, but you want to know something? At the very least, the Lehigh Valley Storm were able to come away with their 38-0 win to improve to 5-1 on the year. Now, don't forget, we will not have Lehigh Valley Storm football next week, as everybody in Major League Football has a bye. The Storm have played 6 weeks in a row, so this is a well-deserved week of rest for them. And then in 2 weeks' time, I do not have a time for the game between the Lehigh Valley Storm against the Plainfield, New Jersey Wolves. It will be in Plainfield, New Jersey. I believe it's on Netherwood Street in Plainfield. And of course, directions, you can just go online, Google Maps, and your Garmin's and stuff like that. But it's not too far away from the Garden State Parkway and stuff, and Route 22. So you can certainly check things out there. But we'll have times and stuff in the next couple of weeks for certain. So all you need to do is check out the website, lvstormfootball.com, for the latest details as to how the game's going to go. I don't know what time it's going to be, and I don't know how strong the lights are going to be, so we'll keep you posted. Just go to lvstormfootball.com for what time the game's going to be, and of course, check out the Lehigh Valley Storm on Facebook as well for further updates. So that's going to be our game in 2 weeks' time, but for now, JJ and I can actually have a week of rest and not say, let's labor when we're doing our broadcast.
Yeah, they're excited for a little bye week. I'm excited for a bye week, and 5-1 Storm football team, and for the most part healthy. Couldn't really ask for much more than where they're sitting right now.
And I'm going to say bye. I'm kidding. 1 second here. But we're going to see you in 2 weeks' time. The Storm playing the New Jersey Wolves in Plainfield. Of course, like I said, check out lvstormfootball.com for all the latest. Of course, our thanks to our sponsors, HSG Productions, Shruti Pub and Restaurant, the Scott Family of Dealerships, Kula Children's Center, and of course, Pepsi, the key sponsor of Lehigh Valley Storm football. So, for James Josephson, that's JJ and the entire crew, of course, our thanks to Steve and Howard and everybody for making this possible for us. It's a crazy one. Tom Wilkins signing off for now. Once again, your final score from Salisbury High School in Allentown, Pennsylvania. The Lehigh Valley Storm 38, the New Jersey Spartans 0. Have yourselves a good night, everybody, and a wonderful Labor Day weekend next weekend. And from all of us in Lehigh Valley Storm football, we can certainly use the break. So we'll talk to you in 2 weeks. This has been a presentation of Lehigh Valley Storm football in conjunction with Major League Football.